Right, good. Hey up, speed camera. Right, good morning everybody. I'm Dave Wood for Baguptv, and we're on the road this morning. It's an horrible, rainy, wet. Ooh, it's quite cold to be fair. It's about 9 degrees. Well, it isn't that cold, is it, to be fair? But anyway, we're on the Feedermasters, Bait Tech Feedermasters at JCB Lakes. Now, I really like doing this one because you never know what you're going to get. It's like a box of chocolates. We could be on the North Lake, we could be on the South Lake, we could be fishing for bream and tench, we could be fishing for carp and bream. So we've got the kitchen sink with us. A couple of bream rods, my X-Lite ones, and a couple of distance feeders and all sorts, and a nice little 10-footer just in case we need them. So it's going to be a bit of a wet affair. Hopefully, I don't know where I want to draw, just a flyer will do. Anywhere on a flyer, and hopefully qualified. Darren qualified yesterday at Decoy Lake, so well done Darren, and hopefully we can follow suit. Looking for a good day. Apparently they're doing breakfast on their sandwiches and what have you, so we're going to have a breakfast at the place where we're going to draw. We're not drawing while 9 o'clock, so yeah, hopefully it'll be a good day. Wish us luck. Meeting Nosha now, and come on, let's have it. Yeah. Rump there. Huh? Yeah.
This is all quick reminder, have you all entered your reg number on like the screen on the board? Because if not, you might get a fine. Keep nets, please put them behind your peg, and make sure they go in about 10 minutes before. If you catch any little stocky carp on the north, roll out putting them in with bream, no issues with that. If you're lucky enough to get 5 big carp,
How are we going?
Yeah,
good.
We wanting carp mate, though.
Huh?
Carp mate.
Yeah, that'll be all right.
Go on, Dave, go on.
No, go on.
I didn't want to be on there. So I wanted to be on there.
Damn it.
What, yeah. That's where I wanted
What's
to
that? Green?
Green. I want that.
Right, we've just drawn. We just had a nice breakfast sandwich. We're off to go fishing. Now, I've drawn peg 10 on South Lake. Not what I wanted really, I wanted to be on North Lake. Alan's drawn North Lake on the epicenter peg 17. He should be alright there. I'm on South Lake, which is the bream and tench lake. I'm on peg 10. So, you never know. I'm not disappointed. Well, I am a little, but don't bother me. We'll get going. We'll get on there. It's a little bit of a steep banking, I think. Not be good for my leg, but it is what it is. So, we'll get there now. We'll try and get set up and have a nice, easy match. To be fair, hopefully we'll catch some fish, but it's a long haul. I know what it's like on there. You've got to put a bit of bait in and just sit there and wait. So we're bream fishing. Let's get there now and hopefully bag a few.
We need them waders here, Dave. Eh? We need them waders here.
I think so.
What, you're getting wet, isn't I?
What are you on?
Yeah, you're
well done, man.
Oh.
Right, here we are, we're down on the peg. We're on peg 10 on South Lake. Just getting my stuff together, dead maggots, casters, a few pellets, a bit of worm. Got me 11-foot X-Light for short. I'm going to fish about 15-20 metres here somewhere, and then I've got a long line about 55 it is. I've had to put this in the old bushes, but it's alright, it's going well. So I've got a method feeder rod, I've got 2 X-Lights. Didn't bother putting braid on. This line's is good enough anyway, so gonna leave it braid. It's not deep anyway or anything like that, so I'll probably get away with. Got meat vials over here. We're here by a couple of 2. He says we're alright. So we'll see what it looks nice there with them long reeds out. He's casting well out, look. God, he's going well far. That must be where they be. So that's it really. Got a bit of ground bait done up, which is the I'll show you what it is. I haven't sieved it off yet because I forgot my sieve, so I'm going to have to go and have a look so we can get a sieve off someone. That's just a Special G green and then a full bag of ground expander sweet. So I put a full bag of ground bait expander in and then a little bit of Special G just to get a bit more tackiness. But it's lovely and cloudy that, so it should be good. I just need to sieve it off, that's all. So that's it really. All my stuff's up the bank there, and we'll see how we go. Hopefully have a good day. Wish us luck. Wayne? I don't run it, does he? Does odd match, damn flask and that, is it? Yeah. Yeah, damn flask. Right, here we are. We're all set up, raring to go. We've got about 3 minutes from the off. It looks pretty nice to me, but we'll see how it goes. I'm just going to put some bait in short, put a bit in long, and just try and find a few fish, to be fair. I think if they rock up the decent bream, these bloody casters, what I've got off Nosher, they all bloody float. They're not good, are they? Loads of floating casters here. No wonder he gave me for out. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. Hopefully it won't rain too much. It's pretty warm. It's got up to about, I don't know. Let's have a look. Yeah, I might have to take my top off. It says it's 13 degrees, but I think it's warmer than that. But there's a few fish up there spawning, which I've seen. Just hopefully they'll come in a bit. It's very gin clear water. So, yeah. Very clear water. How would Alan give me all these casters in the bloody float? But he's drawn on North Lake as well. One at best peg 17. I think it's on the island. So he's drawn really well. Zach's over there. I think Richie Hall's down here. Oliver and Alan are up there. Scotthorne, so they fancy it. I think Alan qualified last year on here, so he was quite happy up there. But we'll see how we get on. Just going to put a couple out longish, put my bait out short, and then see if we can catch a few out there. That's the plan anyway. And just put a few more maggots in there because all them bloody casters are terrible. Got a few micros as well in my mix. We're about nearly set for going. So I've got no hook length on that. I'm just going to cast that out and put 3 out. And I'll probably start out there, and then I'm going to put a bit of bait here, and then I might have another line there as well. There we go, we're in. I'm not going mega long. I'm just going to go there. Just put a little bit of bait out at the start. And then I'm going to bosh it in short. And put plenty out short. So if them bream and what have you rock up, we've got some bait out to keep them interested. So that's the plan. So we'll get a little bit of bait out and then hopefully I'll see you when I've got one on, or for an update. Right, see you in a minute. Is there a bit of weed or something? Well, what is it? The tip went round though. It must be that bloody grebe or something. Not that way. Be that bloody grebe going down, I think. That's what it is. Anyway, the tip went round. Grebe sitter. Yeah, we've got some stuff in his rod. Well, we've got a grebe bite. That's all I can say. They're all over me bloody bait out there. Anyway, we'll carry on. Got a bit too excited then when the tip went round. Keep going. Yeah, part waters, yeah. Right, well, it's, well, we've been fishing an hour and 20 minutes. I've had that grebe bite. I've had a chat with Zach over there. He's not had anything. No one else has had out down here. No one's had a sign or anything. But from what we've heard is Ian Giddins has rang Zach and the guy on the MPEGs has got 3 bream. So we'll have a decent weight, won't he? And someone else has got a bream, and they're the only 2 fish that have been caught. Which isn't great, is it? But I talked to Darren early on and he says, keep going, the fish will come later on. And it's got a bit cooler actually. I wish I'd have got my coat from the van. Loads of bloody weed coming down here. And you can't get rid of it on your bloody tip. No, gone now. But if we get one, it should be a good bite and a good fish, to be fair. But that's if we do get a bite or not. I've got a bit of slopped up ground bait. I've got my worms, I've got my knot. I sieved all this off. Bloody lovely it is. Dead maggots, pellets. The only fish that I've seen is right down in this corner. I've seen a fish coming, probably spawning, to be fair, down there somewhere. There's a pipe. Looks like a blue pipe or something down there. That's the only fish I've seen. I'm still on the long line. I'm just chucking it in every sort of 10 to 15 minutes. Well, maybe a bit longer than that, to be fair, because I'm just trying to get a bait around. But them coots, they never used to dive down for your bait, but they're a bloody nightmare now. They seem to be diving down. I think it's only probably about 7 foot out there. I don't know if they're nicking all my bait when it goes in. But anyway, we're going to carry on, keep putting some bait out there. And that's the update. I'm going to give Alan a ring and see what he's caught on that. Zach's just casting in. Oh, bosh. He's going there. He's going a bit. Zach's about 60 metres out. Yeah, it's tough, but I think if the rod goes, it should be a good one. There's not many small fish in here. Wish I'd have brought my flash today, but I didn't. But we'll carry on, see what happens. I'll give Alan a ring. He's on the flyer on 17 on North Lake. So hopefully he'll have had a few fish. But it looks like they're up there at the minute, and then we're hoping that later on this wind pushes them down a bit and start coming down here. But you never know. You never know. So we'll leave it there. That's your update for the first sort of hour and 10 minutes. And I'll give Alan a ring and see what he's caught. Well, it's got cold. I've just put my jacket on. Left my overbilled jacket in the van, Anna. So I thought it was going to rain and be a bit warmer than this. But I just thought I'd get up off the box and just have a relax and have something to eat, because we haven't had a bite down here, and it's now 1:15. And it's just starting to rain. Great stuff, eh? No one's had a bite down here. Zach's not had a bite, Danny's not had a bite, and 2 lads up from me have not had a bite or a sign or anything. I put plenty of bait out short, and then I've put a negative line as well, just a little bit further to the right. And I've had a chuck on all 3 of them, long line, my short line and the other line, and not had a sign on any. So I've just chucked it in short, put a bigger feeder on, chucked it in. I'm going to have like 15-20 minute casts, I think, and just leave it, and hopefully maybe one will come over the top. And that's the plan anyway. I've tried worm, I've tried maggot, I've tried double maggot, I've tried cocktail. Nothing at the minute. There's no down here. The lad, about 3 up, I think he is. He's chucking to edge at Island. He's had 2. I think the tench. The lad further up on the MPEG, he's still got 3 bream and a tench. And Zach said someone else had got a bream and a tench a bit further up. I talked to Zach and he says he's starting a new line and he's going to bosh it in and just leave it and sit on it. And I've already done that, so I'm going to sit on it now. But hopefully I'm going to have my sandwich before it starts. We didn't get a breakfast this morning. We only got a sandwich, and it said we were having breakfast. Anyway, I brought a sandwich and a packet of crisps. So I've got my cheddar with pickle and a packet of crisps and a Snickers. Oh, and I've got pepperoni somewhere. Where's that pepperoni? Gotta have that, haven't we? I love a bit of pepperoni. So it's not going to plan at the minute. I'll have this first. Alan on the other lake. Well, last time I talked to him, he'd got a carp and 2 bream. He said for about £12 or something. So he'd been off to a good start. And then Zach says his mate's got 6 or 7 carp, and someone else had got 6 or 7 carp in epicenter on 58, 59, somewhere up there. So I'm just going to leave that rod and let it do its business there. Hopefully I'll get one. Like the pepperonis, bit of protein for you, and then I'm going to eat my sandwich. This might be a video of what Dave got for dinner. I rang down and he said, "Don't panic." I'm not panicking. And he said Shane won here last week and caught late on, never had a bite for 3 hours, and then they turned up. And I've got that bait out there, so hopefully they'll turn up. And it's about starting to rain now. 1:15, so gets to 2 o'clock. That'll be time that no one else had a bite, and hopefully they'll move down here and we'll catch a few. That's all we can hope for. We need them to come in numbers, at least 3 or 4. Because I reckon him with 3 bream and a tench probably got about £20, hasn't he? Depending on how big they are. But normally if you get some in here, they're normally, you know, 3 or 4 pound tench, 2 or 3 pound bream, stuff like that. So maybe even bigger, 4 pound. So we'll see. I'm going to enjoy this. And yeah, I'll hopefully talk to you when we get one on. Or another update, so I'll see you in a bit. Really?
Yeah, I lost a big one, and I just pulled it out, and then this felt the same. I thought, this is another big one. Anyway, I landed it, and oh mate, I had 4 attempts to try and get it in net that big, and I've eventually got it in. I've gone to grab my net, and I can't grab my net quick enough, and it snapped in that bowl.
Oh
It
my
was massive, mate. I mean, I've got a 20-inch net here, dwarfed it. Couldn't get it in net. Well, I think I'm going to get it in.
bloody hell.
Massive, mate. So luckily I got another landing net poles, landing net handle, so I've got that on now.
Right, the rain has passed, and it's not too bad now, to be fair. I've had a chat with Alan. Well, you might have heard him on the phone. He just had a 20-pounder at the net, snapped his net and all sorts, but he's got it in the net. So well done, Alan. He thinks he's in the zone at the bottom end, so hopefully he will be in that bottom end because not many people have caught much. On here, no one got a bite around here. Lad over there has caught one of them coots, what keeps swimming in. So it's been pretty tough, to be fair. I had my dinner, quite nice. That's the best part of the day. And then I said that I was going to leave it in 20 minutes, and I left it in 20 minutes, never had a bite. Pulled it back in, the maggots hadn't even been touched or anything, so there's nothing there, is there? I've had a chuck down on my sneaky one what I'd put hardly any bait in, and I thought, oh, it might, you know, sort of a negative line. So I've chucked over that, never had a sign on that either. And then I've gone back out long now to, well, it's not long, probably about 45 metres, 46 metres, something like that. And nothing. The lad next door, I think he's half packing up. I'm going to half pack up in a minute. The winner probably on this lake will be Dan Squires, right at the top. Remember him from Glee, Dan Squires? Intense Dan. No, it's not Squires, it's Webb. I call him Dan Squires though. Dan Intense Webb, right at the top. I rang Ollie. I said, what you had? Nothing. His dad hadn't adult. Alan Scofford, he hadn't adult either, so I rang them two. I think Ian Giddings up there somewhere, but I've not heard off him. Zach said if he'd have had his van, he'd have gone home, but someone's dropping him off or whatever, picking him up. He's on North Lake, and I think he's had about 8 or 9 carp. So the North Lake's fishing really well. In this area, this bottom area, it's fishing absolutely terrible. So I don't normally pack up and go home, but I'm feeling a pack up's coming on. I said to Oliver, I've told our lass to get the old bath on, early bath. So it could be an early bath. I'll be going to Oliver's house. We'll be getting it bathed together. We're able to get in now. I don't know. So I'm going to give it 2 more chucks, and I'm going to concentrate, try and get a fish, slop up some ground bait. I've tried worm, I've tried everything. I've tried putting a little bit of worm in, no worm, maggots, casters. Yeah, slopping up the ground bait, nothing's working at all. Can't get a bite from anywhere. They're just not here, which is a shame because Gutted. Another one down the pan. Right, I'll have another chuck, see if what happens, and we'll see if we're on his way home or not. That's it. It's 2:45. I'm on the slow pack up, I think, so I've chucked it in short over my bait what I've had this morning. Not had a bite out there, not had a bite out there. Peg one, Danny's just had one, just seen him. He's about 60 yards out or something. Looks like he's on method or something like that, but I've had enough. I'm fishing tomorrow, so I want to get home, get my kit ready, and hopefully draw a better peg tomorrow. So I apologise. This has been a very tough one. But you never know, Nosha might have done alright on the other lake. And yeah, that's it. A bit disappointed, to be fair. Can't do out, can you, if you didn't draw him? Just no fish down here. I don't know. Anyway, disappointed. Let's get packed up and we'll see what the crack is after the match, see who's done what. And yeah. Tough one. Right, we got packed up, we're in the van. Shut that window, just put some bloody bit of cold on it, bloody boiling. That's the end of that one. Very poor peg, poor performance. Didn't enjoy that at all. Don't know what to say. Felt like I was never going to get a bite. Didn't think there were any fish down there at all. No one round us has had a bite or any indication or anything like that. Danny on the end, peg one, started to get a few late on, chucking right out on a, I think he were on like a method feeder with ground bait. But everybody else round us never had a bite, never had a fish or anything. Further up towards the 30s and what have you, Dan Webb, the intense man himself, he's got 11 fish. I rang Oliver at the end. Oliver said he started catching a few, he got 4, but he said he's nowhere near Dan Webb. He'll have won our lake and our zone. I just couldn't see us getting a bite. I don't normally pack up as well. I mean, it's what is it now, 3:30, we finish at 4. I packed up an hour early. Really only reason why, if I weren't fishing tomorrow, I'd have probably stayed and tried to catch one just to get a bit of self-respect. But while I'm fishing tomorrow and I want to get home and get some up tide for tomorrow, I thought, well, perfect opportunity, get packed up and get off home. Alan's done all right, I think. On the other lake, the North Lake, Alan thinks he's in the bottom zone. And he says he's got about 35 pound and lost 2 big uns. So I don't know if that'll cost him or not, but he says he's doing all right in his sort of section area. So hopefully Alan might end up doing all right. And then the other person who's qualified will be Alex Walker, drew peg 1B, I think they call it, which is the top end of the lake. It looks like most of the carp have gone up there to spawn, because that's where they always go up to spawn. And apparently he's asking for more nets, so he's we reckon he's won it. But I'll get the results up for you, you can have a look for yourselves. Just a shame it weren't on today and I couldn't pull it round, to be fair. There's a few of you out there, I like to see it when you don't catch out, Dave, and I'm like, well, I don't, but I know what you mean. It's an experience, you've got to try and do your best, and I always go out swinging. I've done my best today and I just thought, I've had enough, I'm off home. So that's the end of that. Bit disappointed, but hopefully Alan might do something. Well done to Alex and Mr. Intense himself. That's the end of that one. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching it anyway and sticking around to the end. Apologies that there's no fish caught. It's fishing in it and they can't do what else. Thanks very much. Oh, by the way, we've set up a brand new bait tech YouTube channel. So if you think you've already subscribed up to the Bait Tech YouTube channel, you probably haven't, because we've set a brand new one up, giving loads of prizes away. We're doing a £50 bundle. Alan's doing a £50 bundle. We're doing one on the channel and everything. All you have to do is subscribe and we'll pick a winner out. So just go on to the Bait Tech YouTube channel, subscribe for us. That's all you got to do, and then just let us know in the comments on a video that you've done it. Jobs are good, and then you could be in a chance. We're going to pick it out randomly. Could be in a chance we'll win a £50 bundle. So there you go. Thanks very much for watching. We'll see you on the next one, guys. Keep on bagging or keep on blanking.
Never break, always fight, never quit, do it right, play the game, win it life, have no shame, there's no time, feel the pain, live the grind, I could change, in my mind, pick a lane, commit and climb, the only way to win it life, I never miss, that's fact.